Okay, so let's imagine that we could create surveys in a couple of minutes. Now we can do that with the new Smart Assistant capabilities in Survey123 Web Designer. Let's ask our assistant to create a survey to collect information about why people love GIS. I am really eager to know why our users love GIS. Survey123 uses large language model to create survey drafts for you using a human-like conversations. So let's take him a little bit of time. Oh, he's already done. And you can see it created a nice questionnaire with some options, the level of the expertise, how often do people use that. And I think this is pretty good. I have multiple options here. I have open-ended questions, but I would like to add an additional question, a map question about our user's hometown. So as you can see, I can go through multiple iterations with my assistant and ask him to reorder fields, add additional ones, remove the ones that I feel are not needed, remove add options, and so on and so on. And as you can see, it inserted a map question right here. So I think this looks pretty great, and I want to generate this draft. So what it does now, it simply takes each of the question and assigns a specific field type that we need for those questions. So let's hope he is on his duty. Yeah, and as you can see, it attaches appropriate field types here. And if I scroll, I can see all this in my survey draft. I even have my map question, which is even set as required. So I'm almost satisfied. I would like to have the survey in multiple languages. So as you know, you can translate your surveys, and let's add just one language to save our time here, since lunch is approaching. And I could do this by hand. I know Lithuanian, but if I add multiple languages, it's a hard task for me, so I can ask my survey assistant to translate it. So this uses machine translations to automatically translate your surveys into any desired language that you want. So this might take a minute, so I would like to just emphasize that machine translations, they are improving every day, but you still need to double check that to make sure that everything is okay. But it does save time, and while this is still in beta and you can see it already translated, I can review this in Lithuanian. I do encourage you to try it today. And now I would like to move on to my iPad, if my colleagues there could switch me up. Okay, so now let's imagine that we are researchers or simply nature lovers. We're walking around the forest, looking up the trees, trying to find some birds, and we're definitely not looking down at our phones until I get this notification that says that I might see a boreal owl somewhere. This is geofences informing me that based on earlier sightings, I might see this beautiful bird snoozing somewhere in its nest. So lucky me, I do notice somewhere, and I want to report it. As I open the form, I get this nice information about how to use this form, even hyperlinks, to check some additional information and how to start. So as I add a point here, I get additional questions, and as you can see, some of those are pre-filled already, and I can see that I'm in a protected area here, and I get this note that says what species I might find here. So let's say I'm not pretty sure that I did see a boreal owl, so I can check my suspicions not going into any other application, website, or checking an encyclopedia here. I will simply select a species, and once I select it, I will get this beautiful drawing of boreal owl, and I can even listen to its sounds. Well, if someone were asleep, I hope I woke you up. So now I'm pretty sure that this is really a boreal owl, so I can finish this form, submit other information, and submit it. Now let's move back to my laptop, so I will show you how this was configured. So now you see a field maps designer where you can now add info cards for your users to help them guide them through your form. And this supports text formatting, hyperlinks, dynamic questions that people answered before, or even arcade, as you have seen in the demonstration from my iPad. We can also help users, to simplify their work by calculating some information for them, like we had with the population, the protected area that we are in. So we're using arcade for that and a simple expression to, get the area that we're in. Additionally, we can guide our users through conditional logic and visibility rules. Let's say this group of questions are only shown when the species is selected. And as you have seen, all this data acts as a geofence for other users so that they get this nice notification that they are near a bird sighting area within 100 meters. And it is dynamic and showing the species that they might encounter. So as we integrate ArcGIS into more and more of our workflows, it's becoming crucial to create an intuitive and easy-to-use mobile experiences for our field workers. And I think field maps is just the way to do it. Thank you.